Hello guys, here we go. We are in our another video trying to explore the city of illusions, Chicago. We are our way to the motorway, and from motorway we will take to the downtown Chicago. We will explore the city today. Stay tuned with us, enjoy the video. Please support us so we can bring you more videos from the cities around the world. Thank you very much. Enjoy the video.
Turn on North Street or Drive.
Hello guys, good afternoon. Hope you had a lovely day. Today we are in Chicago on the lake, which is one of the most largest city in the US, and they have formed buildings, bold architectures. It has skylines and skyscrapers such as iconic John Hong Kong Center, Williams Tower, and Trump Tower. Chicago has been formed over 189 years ago, and the population is around 2.6 million. The city is one of the most beautiful, amazing city in the world. Today our aim is to explore the city, going towards the boat on the inside of the channel, looking around the city, find out more entertainment, and currently we are in the queue to go for a boat ride. And actually in boat ride we will have more information about Chicago, and the presenter will guide us step by step, and hope you guys enjoy and have a lovely day with us. Thank you. Stay with us. Also guys, don't forget that Chicago is called the city of illusions. So the buildings and everything has been built here is like an illusion, and the Chicago is the third famous and biggest city in United States after Los Angeles and New York. The city is very beautiful by having a seaside, and as well as the best boating areas, fishing and swimming. So guys, you can see we are currently in a boat, and the guides will explain us about our trip, the durations, and where they are gonna take us, and that will be amazing. Stay tuned and watch us up to the end of the video.
We just ask that you please do not stand on any of the seats or sit on the seat backs or the railings. We just want to keep you safe and inside the boat. Once we get underway and the narration begins and you feel the need to...
Kind of a swamp. If we're being honest, this was a marshland near Lake Michigan, pretty unremarkable at the time, and then called Chicago, excuse me, by the Algonquin. Chicago was built on the land of largely three tribal nations, the Odawa, the Ojibwe, and the Potawatomi. And the Potawatomi have sort of taken credit for the name. It's not a translation, right? That place smells like a skunk. Which is the literal translation I had to learn at the hard way. Is the word for skunk in the language, and that uwa, or away, it sort of operates like an onomatopoeia does in English, meaning, oh man, that really stinks. So, at least on a technical level, or a literal level, when you are being welcomed to Chicago, you are being welcomed to skunk, oh man, that really stinks. Worth reiterating, I'm starting to see it show up on t-shirts and stuff, and somebody who worked in marketing at some point, probably in New York City, decided they should call themselves the Big F. And then that would make us here in the Midwest the stinky onion, yes, and we're very proud to be so. And the benefit is most people don't know that, even if they're from Chicago, and now you have that in your back pocket for your next dinner party. Now, as we make our way onto the main branch of the Chicago River, we're passing underneath the first of many bridges. We'll talk more about them later, how they work and why they're important, but for now, all I want you to know is that no two of our bridges are exactly the same in their designs, architecturally speaking. So whether it be of the bridge houses or the bridges themselves, you can find your favorite before you leave town. Or if you already have a favorite, maybe you can find a new one. Over 40 to choose from in the city. As we make our way now onto the main branch of the Chicago River, we're going to begin by going to the left. Undulating blue-green glass as it rises to our left on Chicago's new third tallest building, the luxury hotel and residence for Chicago-based studio and architecture. This is the St. Regis Chicago, formerly called Vista Tower. The St. Regis brand, that hotel is expected to open sometime in the winter, but some of the lower units have been occupied since 2020. So for the purposes of an architecture tour, I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead as far as I can tell, and maybe it's a little passé once you're successful or a woman in architecture, but you know, you decide you want to be an architect. Primarily the reason here is to maximize view, right? So if you moved in and you only had a 2-foot balcony, you probably paid for a really good view, because a 2-foot balcony meant you had one. The job of the engineers is to reduce wind sway, and they did so here by further tweaking the irregular nature of the balcony to better confuse the wind. Birds are even less like that. It looks cool. Yeah, exactly. What we're going to talk about for most of the tour. Just a cherry on top. Yeah, that's appropriate to move for 100. Absolutely. But in general, at this time, in the early 20s, architects were commonly looking to the past for their inspiration across oceans and centuries. Sometimes that meant to already existing architecture. So we have this, the Regia building by Charles Beardman, modeled after La Giralda Tower in Sevilla, Spain. So using a Spanish cathedral integrity to play, all so that we can take photos of it on our iPhones from a boat, which, you know, I'm pretty grateful for. It's pretty neat. Right across the river, just a few years on, Chicago architect Adrian Smith, the second tallest in the city. We've talked Spanish revivalism, fine arts, contextualism, and next up is mid-century modernism. This is modernism. Modernism is a glass and steel black box. For his career, it was an artistic difference, being inspired by nature and never seeing a writing book. He decided his life's work wasn't going to be a box. Curved concrete, worn out instead. Fitness center, shops, restaurants, offices, grocery store, ice skating rink, all in the South. A city within a city, he called it. To an extent, right? So what I'm saying is, pretty buildings do too, and for that reason, it was built with 6 and 6. Until 1928. They widened LaSalle Street for a beautiful bridge, and they need more room for it. So, what do? Chop off part of the building, build a new bridge, shaft, and a capo. And the same is true of a Chicago school building. It's called a columnar tripartite design. That was a better name. We'll see it again later on in the tour. Just as a general note, we're passing everything today twice. So if I skip something on the way down, that's on purpose, because it would be awkward if we had nothing to talk about in the second half of the tour. In the meantime, we're making our way out onto Wolf Point. Wolf Point is the confluence of the river where the main branch north Wolf Point in the 1830s. This is our first town center. Now obviously a lot's changed since then, but a lot's changed in the last decade. Because 10 years ago, there were no blue glass buildings at Wolf Point.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 years ago, that building didn't exist, neither did this new construction or the one behind it. I think it goes a little underappreciated. Subtle but impressive engineering as well. A river walk and a plaza. The sculpture alone made headlines. It was designed by Santiago Calatrava, one of the world's most famous living architects today. A lot to like, I think, and I still do. It is a working, dead bridge. So, it doesn't lead anywhere. It's dead. But it's in working condition due to its landmark status. When something gets landmarked, here, or then they're kind of like townhomes. The one in the center right was the most recent to go on the market. Quite rare.
Oh. It was a... Oh, that one I have.
You build it, you would be architecture, you know, you were part of the thing, or you could say, no, you did it in the building. But it's kind of an exaggeration to say, I built that.
Guys, none of you are going to get off the boat and say, hey, I have a court date next week. Any legal advice you want to throw my way? There's a reason for that. Now, I'm going to give you the range you want. You just need to take it with a couple grains of salt. Downtown along the river, back down a canyon of the main branch. And while you're enjoying that view, we'll go back to the right past River Point and on over to that martini glass shaped foundation of 150 North Riverside, only utilizing 20% of its lot area for the foundation. It's essentially just same year. So I guess what I'm saying, they can't both be normal. One of them had to be surprising, and the surprising one was the Riverside Plaza. Because back then, and for most of Chicago's history, in the meantime though, we're going to go to the right for the next 3 buildings. This might be the most underrated part of the tour. It's like somebody ripped a timeline out of a history book, and then it had it built in real life. In the 60s, your jaw would have hit the sidewalk, because architecture, yeah, pretty much, just don't call it that. International style is what we call a white box. The white or gray stone was a change, not an insignificant one, but the second was where this was being built. In the 60s, a handful of back on the map again. And if this made-up story that never happened hasn't bought you enough time, it's okay. I can just tell you what it is. It's a giant "You Are Here" map painted on the building. The red rectangle is that building. You are.
So that's our video. Thank you very much you guys for watching with us and continue the video up to now. It was such an amazing feeling to have you all, and please like, subscribe and share our channel so we can bring you more videos exploring the world, showing you the cities and advising you where to visit. Thank you very much. Thank you.